Hello children, welcome back to my class. So today we will be discussing fourth lesson Pinocchio, P-I-N-O-C-C-H-I-O, Pinocchio. Who is this Pinocchio actually? Do you know? Pinocchio is made of a wood. It is a toy. A boy name is Pinocchio. So before we get into the lesson, let us see the warm-up activity. Look at these pictures. Name these magical beings. Do you think they are real or do you enjoy stories about them? So these are the magical beings. So are they real? He is asking. You have to answer this. And B-bit. What is special or interesting about these beings? What is special about these beings? You have to say. And work in groups, make up a magical being of your own and describe it to the class. So you can describe one of the own magical being and you have to describe at home. Okay. So let's see the lesson part. Many years ago in Italy lived a poor carpenter called Geppetto. G-E-P-E-T-T-O, Geppetto. Carpenter is nothing but person who makes chairs, tables and other things from wood. So as you can see here, this person, he lives in Italy. Italy is a name of country. So he lives in Italy and he is a very poor carpenter. This person name is Geppetto. Geppetto. He had no wife and no children. He is lonely person. Okay. So one day he made a toy out of a piece of wood. It looked like a real boy. He called him Pinocchio. So one day what happened? As he is a carpenter, he made a toy out of a piece of wood. So it is looking like a real boy. So he called this toy as Pinocchio. This toy name is Pinocchio. You will be my son, said Geppetto. Then he kissed the wooden boy on the cheek. This Geppetto said to this toy boy that you are my son. Then he kissed on his cheeks. To Geppetto's surprise, the wooden boy blinked his eyes and jumped up. Then what happens? This boy, he blinked his eyes and he jumped up. He tapped Geppetto on the nose, jumped down from the table and ran out of the door. Tapped is nothing but hit gently. He bet to Geppetto on the nose and he ran out of the door. Pinocchio, come back, called Geppetto running after him. Then Pinocchio, after hitting him, he went out of the door. Then Geppetto said, Pinocchio, come back. Then suddenly Pinocchio bumped into a policeman. Bumped into is nothing but ran into him because he was not looking. He started running and suddenly he bumped into a policeman. He said, help! He is chasing me, cried Pinocchio. Then policeman started chasing him and Pinocchio started crying as the policeman caught him. The policeman let Pinocchio go home, but he took Geppetto to the police station. Then the policeman, he left the Pinocchio to go to home. Then he took Geppetto to the police station. Who took to the police station? Policeman took to Geppetto police station. Then after going home, Pinocchio sat down near the fire. And after going home, this Pinocchio sat down near the fire. Suddenly a fairy appeared. She said, listen to your father. He loves you. He will take care of you. Then one of the fairy tale lady said to Pinocchio that you should listen to your father. He loves you and he will take care of you. Okay. So why is Geppetto running after Pinocchio? Yeah, he wanted to catch him. So Pinocchio jumps up because of magic. So can you think of some interesting magic words that you have read in other stories? Apart from magic, do you have any other word, interesting word? Magic? Okay, you have to find out that. Next. Go away, said Pinocchio rudely. Pinocchio said in anger mood, Go away to the fairy. Soon after this, Pinocchio fell fast asleep. When he woke up, he saw that the fire had burnt his feet. He was very frightened. When Geppetto came home, he saw Pinocchio's feet. Now what happens? As he said after rudely to the fairy, he got asleep and he fell asleep. And when he woke up, he saw that the fire had burnt his feet. One of his feet was burnt with the help of fire and he was very frightened. Then when Geppetto came home, he saw Pinocchio's feet. And when this Geppetto came to the house, he saw his feet. My poor child, Geppetto cried, don't worry, I will make you new feet. I will also sell my coat to buy you an ABC book, so you can go to school. Now this Geppetto said to the Pinocchio that, my poor child, don't worry, nothing will happen. I will buy you a new feet and also I will sell my coat so that I will get money and I will buy book for you. Which book? ABC book, and so that you can go to school. So how has Pinocchio behaved with others so far, and what does this say about him? Yeah, Pinocchio behaved very rudely with others. That means he is very naughty boy. He is a very rude boy. Then Geppetto made new feet for Pinocchio. Then he dressed Pinocchio in bright new clothes and said, now my child, it's time for school. Now Geppetto made new feet for Pinocchio and he dressed Pinocchio a very good new clothes. And he said to Pinocchio that now you have to go to school. But on his way to school, Pinocchio stopped to look at a puppet show. A puppet show is nothing but a toy in the shape of an animal or person that can be moved with strings. Like this, it is called a puppet show. Okay, like the strings, one can be holding and one can move the puppet. So he saw the puppet show. Who saw? Pinocchio saw the puppet show. Come and join us, the puppets called out to him. So Pinocchio joined them and danced with them. So puppets, like this many puppets are there. So they called to Pinocchio, come and join us, they said. The puppets called out to him. So he joined with them. At the end of the show, the puppet master gave him 5 gold coins. Give these to your father, he said. Now one of the puppet master, like him, one of the puppet master, he said to Pinocchio that I am giving you 5 gold coins, you have to give to your father. So do you think Pinocchio is going to give the coins to Geppetto? No, I think no. What do you think, children? Okay, let's see now. So 2 thieves saw the puppet master give the coins to Pinocchio. They tried to steal it from him, but Pinocchio ran and ran. When he stopped, he saw that he was lost. Then on the way, there was 2 thieves and they saw the puppet master giving the coins to Pinocchio. Then they tried to steal from him. Steal from him is nothing but taking. They want to take the gold coins from Pinocchio, but Pinocchio started running towards his house. Then when he stopped, he saw that he was lost. When he stopped in the middle, he saw that he lost his coins. Once again the fairy came before him. She walked home with him. So what happened? The fairy came in the middle and she walked home with him. So did you go to school today, Pinocchio? She asked. So fairy asked to Pinocchio that did you go to school? Oh yes, lied Pinocchio. Ping! Pinocchio's wooden nose suddenly grew a little longer. So if Pinocchio says lie, his nose will become a little bit long and he started moving. So that fairy thought that he is saying lie. You went to the puppet show, didn't you? Asked the fairy. Now fairy got to know that he did not go to school, he went to the puppet show. So she asked to him that you went to the puppet show, aren't you? So well, that's all. We will stop here. Remaining part in the next video.